Hey everyone, so now that we know how to add polynomials, we're going to take that knowledge and apply that to how to subtract polynomials. So there's really two main steps when subtracting polynomials. So we're going to look at those two steps right now. So our question says express in simplest form. We see a subtraction sign in the middle, so we know that we're going to be subtracting these two polynomials. In this case, we have two trinomials. So the first step is to distribute the -1. So I want you to imagine that there is a little invisible 1 right there, making that a -1. We're going to take that -1 and we're going to distribute it, use the distributive property to multiply it to everything in the second polynomial. So we're going to multiply everything in the second polynomial by -1. -1, and so remember, a negative times a negative is a positive, and then a negative times a negative times a positive is negative. So we have to remember that. So -1 times -7x squared is going to give us a positive 7x squared. Then we have -1 times positive 9x. That's going to give us a negative 9x. And then a -1 times a -11 gives us a positive 11. So if you want, you can keep this in parentheses. And then I'm going to just bring down our first polynomial. We didn't do anything to that polynomial, so I'm going to just bring it down. And I'm going to put a little addition symbol there. So what we basically did was we did keep, change, which we've seen before when subtracting integers, right? We keep the first number the same, change the addition, change the subtraction to addition, and then change the sign of the second number. So we did the same thing here. We basically kept this. I'm actually going to put that in a different in a different color. So we kept this one the same. We changed this to addition, and then we changed all of the signs in the second polynomial. So keep the first one the same, change the subtraction to addition, and change all of the signs in the second polynomial. That is the same thing as distributing the negative. So you can do it either way. If keep, change is faster for you, or if you just understand distributing the negative, if it makes more sense to you, you can do it either way. So once we've done that, we're going to apply our knowledge of how to add polynomials. We're going to stack and add. So I'm going to just rewrite the polynomials. And I'm going to stack them where my like terms are stacked on top of each other, meaning same variable, same exponent. So 2x squared is like terms with 7x squared. -9x is like terms with -3x. And then -6 is like terms with that positive 11. Now from here, we're going to just add our coefficients, leave the exponents alone. So same signs, add and keep. 2 plus 7 gives us 9x squared. Do not touch the exponents. -3 plus -9 gives us -12x. Same signs, add and keep. And then the last one, different signs, subtract. -6 plus 11 gives us a positive 5. Now, there are no like terms, and the exponents are in order from largest to smallest. It's in standard form, so I know that I'm done. Let's take a look at another example. So same process. We have a trinomial minus a binomial. So you can do it either way, where you can distribute the -1 or do keep, change. Either one will work. For me, I personally like distributing that -1 just because I like seeing that everything's going to change. -1 times 6x squared gives me a -6x squared. -1 times -4x gives me a positive 4x. And then I'm going to just rewrite my second polynomial. And that changed to addition. So remember, if you did keep, change, keep the first one the same, change the subtraction to addition, and then change all of the signs in the second polynomial. From here, we're going to stack and add. So I'm going to just stack my polynomials so the like terms are lined up. So 8x squared is like terms with the negative 6x squared. 4x is like terms with 4x. And then we do not have a constant, so you can either leave that blank or put a +0, showing that we're not going to add anything to it. Different sign subtract, so I'm going to get positive 2x squared. Don't add the exponents here. 4 plus 4 gives us 8, so it's going to give us 8x. Don't add the exponents. And then negative 7 plus 0 is going to give us a negative 7. It's in standard form, so we know that we're done here. Let's take a look at one more example. So we have subtract 4x squared minus 7 from 10x plus 5. So this is when we spoke about the math keywords. This was one of those turnaround facts. So whatever comes after the word from goes first. So you're actually going to switch these. So whenever you see this, I want you to write the word switch. And this is how we're going to set it up. It's 10x plus 5 minus 4x squared minus 7. You're subtracting this first binomial from the second binomial. And then from here, you can either distribute the negative or do keep, change, change. For this one, I'm going to do keep, change, change for anyone who likes this method better. We're going to keep this first polynomial the same. We're going to change this subtraction to addition, and then we're going to change all of the signs in this second polynomial. So this is 10x plus 5. Change that subtraction to addition. And then we're going to change all of the signs in the second polynomial. Don't forget this first term. That is a very common mistake. So this is a positive 4x squared. It has to change to a negative 4x squared. And this negative 7 is going to change to a positive 7. From there, we're going to stack our like terms and add. I have 10x plus 5. Now, negative 4x squared is not like terms with 10x. They have two different exponents. So I'm going to put this negative 4x squared over here. And this plus 7 is like terms with the 5. So I'm going to put a plus 7 right there. If you want to, put a plus 0 here to help keep it in line. Now let's add from there. We get negative 4x squared plus 10x. So this, we didn't add it to anything, I just brought it down. 10x plus 0 is 10x. But I kind of want to just move these over so they're a little closer together, so it makes a little more sense. So we're going to get negative 4x squared over here. 10x plus 0 is 10x. And then 5 plus 7 is 12. We can't simplify it any further because it doesn't have any like terms, and it's in standard form because the exponents go from largest to smallest. So we're done.